What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Smash Brothers 5 video. This time, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the characters. So I know there's probably a million of these videos on YouTube while people, saying which characters should be in Smash Brothers for the Switch. I thought I'd throw my head into the ring because it's an interesting topic and I like making lists. So first off, though, I'm going to do something different with this list. Because personally, I think the Smash Brothers roster is getting a bit too big. It's getting to the point where it's getting close to like anime game rosters. Ever seen like a Naruto roster or some of the older Dragon Ball games where it's like way too many characters? But those games are different. And Smash Brothers is one of these things that is finely tuned and balanced and patched, except for Bayo. I think the roster's a bit too big. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have kind of like two lists in one. So this is 6 characters I think should be in Smash, and 6 characters I think should leave Smash. Let's go.
I won't miss.
Starting off with a newcomer, and it's a Fire Emblem veteran in Lyn. Now, honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know a whole bunch about Lyn, but I had to put a Fire Emblem character on this list. But yeah, Lyn will definitely be an interesting addition to Smash Brothers on the Switch. She's a female lord, which is interesting, a female main character of Fire Emblem. I think you could do something with her to differentiate her from Marth/Lucina. Something different. It would be pretty interesting though if she's in the game. So the first vet that's gonna leave is Rob the Robot. So I'm sorry, old school fans, but I think Rob's gotta go. I don't have anything against the nostalgia acts like Rob, but he's just different. Because I like Game & Watch. I actually used to main Game & Watch back in the Brawl days. And Duck Hunt Dog is interesting. And, these are really good WTF characters for Smash. Rob was just really though?
Here we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails?
So, from one nostalgia act to kind of like a hybrid act. Pauline. So, Pauline is kind of a nostalgia act and kind of a modern act at the same time, seeing as though Pauline was the chick who was getting captured by Donkey Kong in the original Donkey Kong game, which is Mario's first game, by the way, for the most part. And Pauline was also in Odyssey, Mario's latest game. So, pretty interesting. Not to mention, she's got a lot of popularity now since everyone loves the freaking Odyssey song and just Odyssey in general. Putting her in the game would not be a huge stretch of the imagination. I would be surprised if she is the main pick on here to actually be in the game for real. Not to mention the triple threat the battle between her, Peach, and the chick from Galaxy would be interesting. Mewtwo is the next veteran to leave the field. This one is interesting because, of course, as a Pokemon fan, of course, you like Mewtwo. I mean, if you've seen Pokemon first movie, he was one of the first major villains for Pokemon at its zenith, and I think he should leave Smash. Now, I looked at the list of Pokemon, and I know realistically, Greninja is probably the one that's going to get cut. I mean, because Pikachu's safe because he's the freaking mascot. Charizard's safe because everyone loves freaking Charizard. Jiggly's safe because she's an OG vet. Let me see. Jiggly's safe. Lucario is safe because furries. And, the only 2 that are questionable are Greninja and, of course, Mewtwo. Now, personally, I like Greninja more. So I kind of want him to stay, even though he'll probably end up getting cut. Mewtwo was a DLC character. I think Mewtwo could get cut for the next Smash. Not to mention, there's actually a precedent that supports this. Because Mewtwo has been in every other Smash game since his first arrival in Melee. Like, he wasn't in the original. He was in Melee. He wasn't in Brawl. He was in Smash 4. He could take a break and not be in Smash 5.
Give me strength!
Alright, so this is where the list gets fantastical. Sora from Kingdom Hearts. So, Sora, a lot of people were saying put Sora in Smash. I don't think it's gonna happen, even though I think, you know, like Square Enix and Nintendo kind of mended fences over the whole Final Fantasy VII debacle from the N64 days with the inclusion of Cloud in Smash Brothers 4. So, I mean, it's not too much of a stretch of the imagination. You know, not to mention, I mean, a Kingdom Hearts port to Switch, I mean, unless you just don't like money, would be, you know, a possibility, Square Enix. The next veteran to hang up the boots is Roy. So, Roy, I had to pick a Fire Emblem character on this list, and this was probably harder than picking a Pokemon, because I actually legit like all the Fire Emblem characters from Smash Bros. And I'm like, being someone who actually was pretty much a Lucina main back in Smash 4, I couldn't pick Lucina. Of course, you know, you can't pick Robin or, you know, Dragon Chick who's Corrin. Couldn't pick Corrin. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't pick, you know, Marth. He's a vet. Roy is my choice. Sorry, Roy. Fare thee well. Good luck to you. If there's any other brand in Nintendo that needs more rep in Smash, it's Zelda. And I know why, because most Zelda characters are in there for maybe 1, maybe 2 games, because each of the stories are different, you know. So, yeah, we don't get a lot of, you know, persistent characters in Zelda. But that really shouldn't matter. You just stick a cool character in Zelda. Why not Vaati? You know, Vaati would work 2 ways. One, to expand representation for Zelda, seeing as though Zelda pretty much helped save Nintendo and help make the Switch awesome with Breath of the Wild. And 2, we need more villains in the game anyway. I mean, he would work. Not to mention, he could have like some wind bases, but his set could be about pushing you off the edge with wind in some way. You know, or either, of course, his final smash could be him turning into his, like, demon monster form. Next veteran to bite the dust is Dr. Mario, and I don't understand why he was here in the first place. I don't like clones. Ganondorf gets a pass because we needed a Zelda character, but I'm not a huge fan of clones. Lucina gets a pass because I like Lucina. But I'm not a huge fan of clones, specifically a clone of Mario, of all people. Why would you make a Mario clone? Unless you're going to do like a retro Mario, which I guess Dr. Mario kind of is, but he kind of isn't at the same, like, I can understand if you was doing like Paper Mario, or if you was doing like 8-bit Mario, like a WTF retro character, and you had like 8-bit Mario, and he was running around looking like he was an 8-bit version of freaking Mario. I mean, that would be nice. You know, that would have been interesting. That would have worked. But, nope. Get out, Dr. Mario.
I am the hope of the universe.
So, the next character up here, we're about to go into the realm of the fantastical impossible, and that is Son Goku. So, of course, Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I mean, why not? Okay, I'll give you a little explanation on why I put Goku on here. One, I just started watching Super. Now that Super's over, I'm going to power through that sucker. It's going to be awesome. Now, the other thing is, Namco owns the video game rights to Dragon Ball Z. They just put out Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z. That is a game I would love on Switch. Nintendo should be motioning to Namco like, hey, bruh, go ahead and port that Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z to Switch. Because we got Goku and Smash. That would be freaking sick. This veteran to bite the dust is Bowser Jr. This one was an interesting one because I actually kind of like Bowser Jr. He's one of those like WTF, you know, picks to be a Smash character, and it was interesting. You know, I mean, he had the Cooper Copter. It was cool. I mean, I didn't play as him a lot, but it was interesting to see him. But I mean, do we need Bowser Jr.? I mean, he is a villain, but if they put Vadi in there, he's a villain too. You know. So yeah. Bye, Bowser Jr. Farewell. So the last newcomer to the list, of course, there had to be a Pokemon because, you know, Pokemon's got the most representation on the game, I think, with like 8 reps for Pokemon. You gotta have another Pokemon. Why not use Infernape? Why? Because we all know that Gen 4 remakes are coming eventually. Okay, it's gonna happen. Alright, so why not stoke the marketing flames now by putting Infernape in Smash? Now, we know the next games probably aren't gonna be Gen 4 remakes, seeing as though Smash is coming out this year. More than likely that kicks Pokemon back to next year, which is probably gonna be Generation 8. I actually have a video about that coming out pretty soon. But yeah, you know, you can stoke the flames early for the marketing for Generation 4 remakes by adding in Infernape. What else are you going to add in there? Because, I mean, you can add in Zuror, whatever this thing is. You can add him in there, but, I mean, the marketing for Gen 7 is gone now. I mean, you can add him in there as a nod to Gen 7. For that case, you can add Incineroar or Decidueye in there as well. You could do that. Or if they announce Gen 8, you know, and they have whatever the Gen 8 Pokemon is going to be in the 21st movie, they could do that. But it's largely implicated that, or implied that the Gen 8 Poke from that movie is an Eevee evolution, more than likely. So, I don't think that'll work out either. So, Infernape for Smash. Hashtag Infernape for Smash. So that's about it. Put your list in the description. I mean, in the comments below, because I like seeing people's lists that are different than mine, people's different opinions. It's actually pretty interesting. So like, comment, subscribe, and as always, folks, keep it real.